that has the Japanese name. Yeah, it's always the same. I think yeah, it's the same. All right, so it's NotoriousNubs or NotoriousNubs. I don't know how he wants it to be pronounced. All right, then I should change one of my YouTube videos then, if it's the same guy. Because I'm like, oh, it's YouTube, some guy versus Japanese guy I can't pronounce. All right, so, goddamn, I haven't even had the time. They start this real quickly. There's a lot of medium-sized islands, and one pretty big island here in the middle. Oh no, GPU, please. What's going on? There's the Google Translate once translating into something similar. Yeah, I have seen the notorious nubs in Discord as well. GPU, please, please. Oh, what the heck? Okay, very interesting stuff. I'm zoomed in, and my Discord or the now it's 50%, well 55% GPU usage in the game. I zoom out, and now it's 76. What the heck? Oh well, I think it's working at least. Mostly it's working. Anyway, we have Nachtchatten versus NotoriousNubs. NotoriousNubs. And well, I missed the start here. I'm so sorry about that. Very annoying when I have to check if the replay actually works. But yeah, there's medium islands all over the place. It's one pretty big island here. Where Notorious has placed his base. Quadruple error. He's going. He's not kidding around with that. Tons and tons of strikers. Yeah, he's sending them on a scout mission. He does start with refinery as well. He's scouting this island, seeing that the Nasht is not there anymore. I'm not talking correctly. Alright, so Nasht is starting with some shipyards, sending some troops over to small islands, claiming them. There is some income, it's not much, but it's some. Other than that, he started some refinery, factory, and an airfield. And so far he's building helicopters. Yeah, it's only helicopters so far. So he's looking to go some do some land landing. Yes, troop landings. Not much going on. It's a very passive game now in the beginning. They're just expanding, adding some more silos to keep the energy up when you are using. I mean, 4 airfields of planes. You're gonna need a lot of energy to use those. Yes, another refinery or energy well down here as well. So he's gonna have a lot of energy. He's looking to get over here as well, or scout this section over here. Harbor City has been added. Looking to get some economy. He's noticing that the enemy is not close by, so he's getting some economy buildings going. Capturing this, so he can get some refinery going. He needs it as well to get his boats going. He is negative in energy, so But he has now landed on this other medium-sized island and is expanding. He has an oil well here as well. He can take. Might want to look to get over this section as well with his transports. He's looking to get over here, which actually is Notorious Island. Notorious is still scouting with his massive army of strikers. I don't think they're not gonna reach too far. Maybe like over here, I'm guessing. So he might want to get some airstrips later when he finds the enemy. Notorious is still, yeah, he's going negative energy, even with double production, with the amount of strikers he has. He's slowly expanding, adding some cities to the harbor here, more economy. He has not added a shipyard yet. So he might be looking to go mostly air units and perhaps drop some, do some dropping. No, there it goes. Shipyard is being added now. Nashten is, he has already been dropped in to the Notorious Island here. He does have some SAMs going. And he's out of electricity. He needs those oil wells going quite quickly. They're trying to send out the helicopters, but they just... They can't. He's producing one thing over there. Now they have found each other, and there is... These strikers are gonna clean house here. 2 SAMs is not gonna do too much against like 10 strikers. But now they know each other's location. Well, Notorious does not actually know, I believe. No, he hasn't scouted really, but he has seen they got dropped over here, so he's sending his units there. More economy is being added. He is starting to add some factories and barracks, another shipyard. He's looking to get some troop transport to this small island over here as well. And Nachten has... Oh, he hasn't gotten here yet. He is though looking to get these guys over to this island. And these helicopters, they have no energy to do anything. He could get a refinery over here. Double factory on Notorious Island here. Backed up by some destroyers and missile ships. They're gonna find each other soon. Another factory going for Notorious. So he's starting to produce some land units. Triple shipyard is out. He has landed on this left hand and is starting to expand. So this gonna be it's gonna be war on this island soon enough. And now Notorious has found out. Wrong perspective. Here we are. Now has found out there is units, and the enemy has put 2 factories that's producing SAMs on his island. Another factory on the mountain here, and he's now noticing that Nashten has a lot of boats out and ready. He is starting to add some cruisers, and some missile ships is on the way. He's now landed and expanding on this middle island where Nachten has tried to get some shoppers, but he just does not have... now he has an abundance of energy. I'm guessing he has an oil well, or just put down more refineries. Here comes a massive amount of helicopters. And or the Notorious has spotted them, so I'm guessing he is gonna send his strikers to deal with that. He might not actually be able to reach. Yeah, he's put on some airstrips over here to get even more strikers. Yeah, his strikers can't get past too far. But they're starting to get a lot of SAMs and there's a lot of missile ships, so these strikers are gonna have a bad time here. They are destroying some helicopters here though, but too much further and there is gonna be trouble for them. He let Nachten build too much stuff here. He has 4 factories and a barracks now. And there's a lot of missile ships here to back it up. And Nachten has also started to get some strikes of his own. And looks like Notorious has going for the offensive here, dropping some units on Nachten's island here. Not too many got aboard. These 2 units, they might actually get... Ooh, the strikers just turn around. They might get that soldier, or is the soldier gonna get the refinery? It's gonna be... Oh, it's very close though. That refinery is almost dead. This left hand side, they have spotted each other. They had the small skirmish. But it looks like Nachten is the one that's gonna keep this island for now. He has a factory and a barracks on the way. But Notorious has not given up yet. He's landing more units. He's adding another airfield and an airstrip on the middle island here, as well as another refinery. He's sending all his strikers over here now, but there are so many SAMs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikers went down here, at least. So it's looking quite bad for Notorious right now. He's gonna probably be able to hold this. This is a very, very strong position to hold. But at the same time, Notorious can just walk around. As long as he has enough SAMs, because there is still a ton of strikers. And slow and steady, they will probably clear out these SAMs actually. Unless they get caught by some missile ships on the way back as well. Yeah, these, there is not, yeah. Alright. A single striker was the thing that actually survived that, so. That was a very bad trade-off for him. Have a small boat skirmish over here to the left side. And yeah, Nacht is reclaiming this entire island for himself now. Man. And he's slowly expanding on Notorious's island here. Another factory, or two more factories has been added here. He might start to produce some tanks or some artists. How is the expanding going? Nachten has started. He has a barracks on this side, and he has taken this entire island and is now transporting down to this side, and he has taken this entire island as well. I totally missed that. And the barracks is already up here for him, so he is gonna be able to flank from this side here. Notorious has no idea about it. He is getting cornered here very slowly. He does have a lot of missile ships and cruisers, so he's gonna be able to help in the shoreline over here. And now Notorious is going on the offensive here, dropping the entrenchment, is going forward. But he's noticing that there is a lot of SAMs here. The SAMs can still deal with the soldiers pretty well. And the helicopters are getting in the mix, but he does have a lot of SAMs for himself. Here comes the strikers again, but there is still a lot of SAMs. There is even more SAMs now than it was last time. I'm guessing there. Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh! Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, all the strikers went. Pretty much all the strikes went down. There's still a lot of SAMs here. He did clear out a big number of them, but there is still 3 factories producing SAMs. Now his tanks is starting to get into the mix as well. But Notorious does have so many cruisers here. And he might be able to kill the shoreline. He is starting to slowly drop units on Nacht's island here, trying to get this airfield. Nachten is now looking to do a guerrilla attack on this island. Very short transport length here. He's just gonna be able to continue popping units, like a ton of units here. So unless Notorious is dealing with this soon enough, he's gonna lose his factory here. He has seen it and he's sending his units over. Now there's 2 troops transports that is sending units constantly. The strikers might be the thing that saves him on this island, because there's no SAMs to protect against the strikers on this side. I feel like I need to see more strike. I am not Golem. Notorious has lost the advantage of this mountain over here. He does send the cruisers have taken out some of the factories here. Huge blow for the military production on this island. But it doesn't have too much anti-air. Cruisers have some anti-air, but not too much. Nachten is slowly going around. He has a transport ship over here right now. So he is starting to do a guerrilla attack on this side as well. There's a lot of units that are waiting to be shipped over. Ooh. Why was it laggy there? It wasn't using too much. It was interesting. Like now the line where it's not using like any GPU. Oh well. Right. I lost my thing. Where was I? Right. Nachten is sending all his units here. And Notorious mostly has some strikers really to deal with this. But he might be fine because there's no SAMs that has pushed forward. All the SAMs is back here. Trying to deal with this attack, I guess. So these strikers are almost free to just go ham over here. There's still a lot of soldiers and artists, so these strikers will have to work fast to clear these out. More soldiers are even passing. Some cruisers now are coming to stop the transport. And that is no more reinforcements on this attack over here. The strikers will slowly clear this out. And Nachten hasn't rebuilt any military here. He has built some airstrip or airfields. Notorious, he has a few SAMs, and he's still trying to send some units over from this side. Managed to hold this. There's a new army on the way from Nachten. Yeah, Nachten is now going for a setup here. Just to be ready when the troops arrive. There's not many SAMs here, and here comes the strikers. That SAM is gone. There's another SAM over here. There's not really much. There's 2 SAMs here as well, so the amount of strikers will now be a huge part of this. As Nachten lost all his production over here that could produce SAMs. So unless he gets more SAMs or some interceptors, he's not going to be able to do too much. Another airfield is being constructed, or has been constructed. There's still only strikers being constructed. And it looks like Nachten has made a presence on this island actually. But there are a lot of production buildings from Notorious has made some presence here, and Nachten has made some military buildings here, so Notorious is not going to be able to hold his position on this island for very long. Looks like Nachten is out of energy. He has so many airships and boats that his energy production just can't keep up. When he's not using them, he has a lot of energy, but needs to stack up his reserve. Nachten has now cleared out this island, is trying to reclaim it. And huh? This is neutral, is it not? Oh, it's on the blue side. Okay. Alright. So Nachten is rebuilding his city port over there. There comes the strikers. They are cleaning up. They got 1 airfield. There's no SAMs or interceptors to deal with this. It's just striker versus striker dogfight. And here comes the ship transport with units from Nachten, from Notorious. And he will once again try and reclaim his own territory. But at the same time, Nachten is doing this side guerrilla attack again with another shipyard producing more troop transports. But there is only 1 barracks here that has been producing unit, so he does not have too much pressure here. It's mostly a side distraction, I would say. And slowly but surely Nachten is losing his presence on Notorious main island over here. Neither of them... well, Notorious does have a few SAMs roaming around. Is that a live SAM? There's a live SAM from Nachten, right? It is. That was a sneaky one. 1 SAM here was got out, but this airfield and the factory will go down. Nachten has a huge army of soldiers over here. Still only producing from 1 barracks. But he has no way to send them over right now. There are some transports that is on the way. We'll get there eventually, and these troops just do not have any airfields or any air protection. And Nachten has officially lost his grip on Notorious Island. Unless he can actually do something with all these soldiers. Because Notorious do not have anything except strikers here. 2 more factories are being added here. He has a factory and a barracks over here, but he's not using these units. And these strikers are just gonna clean house here. If Nacht would have gotten a few SAMs mixed in, that would have been a completely different story. But as I said, I think he wanted to use this more of a distraction than anything else. And he is trying to ship over some units over here, but it looks like Notorious is here with some destroyers. No, there's not destroyers. These are damaged missile ships and some cruisers. And he got rid of the refinery here. So Nachten has less energy to play with. He has a gigantic army on this island. But he's lacking the transports to get him anywhere. It looks like he's gonna lose. Big Twitch broadcasting outage. Oh, it is? Damn. Yeah, so far I'm not affected. Crossing fingers. I don't understand why the encoder is overloaded. What the fuck? My GPU is not working right now. Interesting. Maybe Twitch can't actually handle it. That might be part of it. Anyway, he lost this harbor to these 2 missile ships, and there's a lot of capita that he lost. There's so this production line is just constantly producing a gigantic army. One single ship is gonna transport all these units. It does not have any more troop transports because Notorious has... It's almost won the water, I would say. Not completely, but he has a very big presence on the water. Still getting encoded messages. Huh. I wonder if there's something fucky with the new OBS actually. It was updated recently, so... Anyway. Nachten is trying to get the presence on this small island here again. 2 troops transports, but there is missile ships and cruisers on the way. There's also a lot of Ordis here on the field, or on the shoreline, so these cruisers are gonna have a hard time pushing through. They are much stronger than the Ordis. Yeah, they are killing the Ordis before they can set up the fires, so that's very huge for him. Slowly pushing and destroying all these Ordis. Meanwhile, Nacht is slowly transporting all his units over here. Oh, that was a missile from Notorious. And it was a huge blow. It didn't kill any buildings, but it was his entire army. There went the shipyard. There was a ton of units that went down. He was lucky enough to get it fired. He doesn't have any presence on this island. Just in time, I would say. And yeah, Nacht has slowly... How did he do this? This single one has transported so many units over here. Maybe even some got from this side. But this single transport is sending over... Oh, I mean, this is ridiculous. The only bad here is there's no SAMs at all. So the strikers of Notorious is gonna have a field day. If he has the energy for it though. It looks like he does not have any energy. Almost. I mean, he did lose this island and the energy here. And he has so many boats over here. So many transports and cruisers. He is trying to get control of this island here. Meanwhile, he's losing control of his own island. Guerrilla attack here to distract. Just a few soldiers. These swords are slowly trickling in. These brave artists are holding the line. There's a lot of artists over here. He has 3 factories, a fourth with this one. But the Nacht is not really. It's not sending sending enough units here. He needs more troop transports. And Notorious has taken. He's building a fucking energy well over here, a refinery over here. Yeah, I was just about to think, maybe you can reach with the artist from the shoreline over here. He was thinking the same thing. Can you reach? No, we can't reach. Maybe if he took it just a little bit further down. But he has some helicopters and strikers, so we're gonna deal with that. Ooh, here comes Notorious boat army. But they don't have energy, so they are staling all the time. Oh no. They can still shoot though. There's a lot of cruisers and missile ships here. Just as he arrived with another transport ship, he lost the other one. He's like, oh no, bye bye. I don't get paid enough for this. Okay, he's starting to get over here instead. A shipyard has been added here, producing more transport ships. He really needs transport ships. He also needs more presence on the water. Notorious has so many missile ships and cruisers. Looks like Nacht has now set up a defensive line here. They're just doing a stalemate here. He is not gonna get any more reinforcements for right now. And Notorious is actually holding this island. He has reclaimed it again. This missile is still alive. Is he producing from it? He's not producing from it. He does not have the economy to do that anymore. Missile over here would be... that would be so huge. Let's see their income here. Notorious, he is sitting on 960 in total capita income. Nacht is sitting on 1400, so quite a bit more for the blue player. But of course he does have this entire area, this side area, completely uncontested really. And well, upkeep minus 500 for Nacht. So this army is costing him 500 capita. And he's producing for 500 as well, so... yeah, he's going plus minus basically everything. And these are just sitting here idle. They're not gonna be able to get anywhere. He has a few transport over here, but he needs to secure the water here to get the safe passage to go across. And god damn it, we missed this fight here. Notorious cleaned up Nacht army here. And he's now reclaiming his land once again. It's a lot of back and forth here. As well as here. Notorious still has one soldier here. And Nacht can see him. But he's not doing anything against it. There we go, helicopter will clean him up. And Notorious still producing cruisers constantly from his 3 shipyards over here. Still nothing being placed on this side island to do some guerrilla attacks. Nothing on this island either. He has all the production here. And it's like looks like ants. Giant army of ants. And Notorious is now going past with some troop transports. He's trying to reclaim this eastern island here. But there is a few units from Nacht that's waiting. Question is it gonna be enough? There is still a lot of troops here from Notorious that's getting shipped over. And more troops are starting to get shipped over here. And by the looks of it, Notorious is going to claim this island. Gonna cost him a little bit, but there is a lot of artists, and Nacht can't really do much, as he doesn't have water control. All these units, he doesn't have water control, so he can't ship the units anywhere. Can't even ship the units from here. It's a very bad spot for Nacht right now. He has the troops, but he can't ship them anywhere because he doesn't have water control. Yeah, he has stopped producing... I'm guessing? No? He has stopped producing soldiers. Actually, now he stopped producing at all from these factories. I'm guessing he wants to... well, he doesn't have income, first and foremost. Units are taking up 600 capital just by sitting here. And now he might be able to move out. There's triple transports. That is uncontested here. And if these can just go back and forth here, he will reclaim this island very quickly. But he does not have electricity though. He needs it. There is a well here, so he could get a refinery going. He has could get a refinery here as well. So he's not out of options with the refinery. Could get city going, but he has lost a lot of cities already to the water. And now Notorious is here to shut this transport down. Yeah, Nacht is not being able to do anything against the amount of missile ships and cruisers. And he can't escape with them either because he does not have any energy. And looks like Nacht is going to keep this island right now. He's reclaiming it. Not too much going on the other place. There is a large army from Notorious here. He's slowly shipping them over somewhere. Oh, he is starting to ship them over here. To the left hand side, there's not a single defensive units to protect all these factories. And looks like Notorious is gonna clean them up. Quite uncontested. One factory is already down, another barracks is down. Another barracks down. This is a huge blow for Nacht. Yeah, I mean, he is getting capita for it. So... yeah, it might be for the best. Yeah, he doesn't really need more army. He just needs the army to do something. Basically, the whole point right now. He needs to gain water control so he can actually put some pressure on Notorious. He has a huge army here as well, on this island. But there is so many missile ships and cruisers from Notorious that he really can't do anything right now. And now Notorious is coming with his own ships, landing here and starting to put some pressure on Notorious. Or on Nacht. All the factories are done here. It doesn't really affect Nacht anyway. He's now starting to add some energy wells. Notorious has set up a huge defensive line of artists. It looks like there is a standoff here. He does not want to lose this energy. There's mostly missile ships from Nacht. Needs more cruisers or destroyers, I'm guessing. Nacht also has an energy well here that got destroyed. I'm guessing from when these guys were over here right now. So he's slowly losing he's losing the shoreline. He can't really use like this energy well or this one either. Even this one, it looks like, well, that might have been from the attack here actually. Notorious is now, he has so many missile ships out. He's starting to slowly gain some water pressure. But Notorious has too many cruisers. And it looks like, ooh, there's a sneak attack from the missile ships from Nacht here. He might get the refinery here. But he's probably, yeah, the refinery's gone, so that was pretty good. Luring the cruisers away. Just to get the refinery. Buying time to let the missile ships standing here. But he has to retake the territory as well. And now Notorious has landed on this southern island. Where there's only one barracks, but there is a lot of soldiers here. He is now mobilizing and preparing for a huge push on this island here. Here comes 4 more troop transports from Nacht. And he might try to... that was a full transport that went down. Yeah, neither of these guys... Actually, Nacht has energy in surplus right now. He doesn't have a well, so he doesn't have that much energy surplus. On the other hand, Notorious has he has the ability to get surplus, but he has so many ships that he's just not being able to keep up the energy production. Now Notorious has started quadruple, yeah, 5th transport is going. He's sending more cruisers down here to protect his land here. But Notorious is sending from the west side more boats. Missile ships, cruisers, and he's doing his own boarding here. But he's gonna need a lot of units to be able to do anything on this island. Keeping some artists on the shoreline here might be able to help him to defend his transports. He actually defended from the south raid here. At the same time, he's losing this bottom island slowly. He has been attacked over here as well, lost that energy well. And now Notorious is sending all his units. He also has a big army on his island here. Triple factory and a barracks has been constantly producing units. And there are strikers in the air as well. There's 2 landing strips here. There's not a single SAM in sight. So they are going completely uncontested to clean this up. Even more strikers. And all his energy is now done. He really doesn't have any energy to use the ship, his airplanes. And looks like Nacht is also out of energy, so his troop transport are stalling. Or stalling, I guess. He's lost that energy, that refinery now, so that was a huge one. He has no energy income at all. So this push is not gonna go anywhere because he does not have any more, doesn't have any electricity. He has no refinery to produce. This one refinery is coming up right now. This push is not gonna go anywhere. These lands are gonna be reclaimed. Unless he's starting to get some electricity again. And these boats are ready to transport more units again. Yeah, one refinery is up now. He has more transport ships up here. If he can just keep up this and just transport even more units. Yeah, he's sending everything now. He has a few ships here to protect. He is getting raided on his eastern island here as well. There is also a ton of strikers. There's 2 missile ships here, I think. Well, there's 1 left. So these strikers are having a field day. He lost 1, 2 now. So they're gonna be able to protect as long as he has energy to do that. But Nacht does not have energy for this. These boats are stalling right now. Huge army from Notorious here is sending them up here. More strikers are being sent forward. He's slowly losing his strikers, but he's also cleaning up a lot of units from Nacht. At the same time, he is constantly sending units to this eastern island here. And there's a lot of units here, so he might. There's also a lot of soldiers, so it's gonna be close for who actually win this island. There are artists here though, so he might actually. Notorious might win this fight. And there's a lot of cruisers from Notorious here, just waiting. And here they come. The energy is going down. But he has some surplus, so he might be able to actually use them here. Yeah, he's gonna be able to use them. He has some energy now, because he has lost so many ships and the strikers. And that was the end of the match. I really don't know who actually won that. I think that Notorious won that. It's too bad it doesn't say actually who won. For here it's like it could be anyone's game, but yeah, no. Notorious has this island. He has taken this island and he's now pushing this island, as well as denying Nacht advancement over here with even more cruisers. And Nacht does not have any more production over here. Not that he really needed it, he just needed his units to get across. Which he was never able to do because this Notorious has the water control. And he had both of them was lacking energy. That was for certain. Man, it was a good game. A lot back and forth, actually. Like, they were fighting over this island several times.